Hari Om. So, Esha te bihita sankhe buddhir yoget vimam shruno. So, Bhagavan tells Arjuna that I have already revealed to you the Sankhya Buddhi, which is the knowledge of the self, wisdom of the self, but that can be gained only when you do the spiritual sadhana and get established in that, and that is called Yoga Buddhi. So Karma Yoga, beginning with Karma Yoga, and slowly it proceeds to the higher stages of sadhana, ultimately leading to the state of samadhi. So Bhagavan, before explaining the importance of this or the actual process of Karma Yoga, he gives the importance and compares Karma Yoga with ordinary action. That there are no defects in Karma Yoga. There are this avikramanasha and pratyavai is not there. There is no loss of effort in Karma Yoga. It always leads to inner purity, whatever be the outer situation. There is no contrary result. It is always positive. Even a little bit of following this path, one becomes free of all fears. In this path, there is single-pointedness of vision. There is this conviction about our goal and about our path. In case of ordinary karma, Bhagavan says there is multitude of distractions, and ultimately a person doesn't gain anything. Because exactly we don't know where we have to go. What is our goal and what we want in life is not very clear. When things are not clear, then the life moves in a confused way only. So Bhagavan says such people will not be able to establish in that samadhi. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadho na vidhiyate. They will not be able to calm their mind, quieten their mind, purify their mind, and ultimately they will not be able to attain the state of samadhi. It can be attained only when we follow the path of Karma Yoga sincerely. Then, after convincing Arjuna, Bhagavan says that all these Vedas, means the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas, or the initial portion of the Vedas, and some portion of the Vedas focused their attention on the samsara, on this jagat. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha. But here, Arjuna, you become free of the attachment to this world, free of your concern about attaining something in the world, but try to gain that realization of the self. Atmavan Bhava. That should be your main agenda. While attaining that agenda, you can do whatever other things which come across your way. Like I had given the example of Gangaji also, that the main goal of Ganga is to reach the ocean, which is its destination, because that is the very source from where Ganga has come. Though it appears she is coming from the high Himalayas, but actually Ganga has originated in the oceans only. So it wants to go back to the ocean. There is a great zeal, there is a great thirst, as though there is a inner urge to move towards the ocean. And she moves. But on the way, she blesses all beings who come in contact with her. The bird, the animal, human being, everyone, environment is blessed by her on the way. But she will not go out of the way to serve the mankind. She will not flow in the desert, but she will continuously flow towards the ocean only. Similarly, a seeker should move towards his ultimate goal of self-realization. On the way, whoever comes, bless them. But don't have to change your path and start blessing the world. Then we will get distracted and it will not help us and it will not help the world also. So Bhagavan tells Arjuna, Atmavan Bhava. You realize your own self, get established in your own self. And as an enlightened person, live in this world. But how to do it? He said, Nitya Sattvastaha Bhava. Constantly abide in Sattva Gun. So there are these three gunas, Sattva Gun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Tamogun is laziness, sleepiness, and all negative qualities. Rajogun is full of desire and restlessness. And Sattva Gun is that calmness, that peace, that quietude, knowledge, joyful nature. All this is Sattva Gun. And it keeps fluctuating in our life. It keeps coming. It keeps coming naturally, all these three gunas, and also we can invoke them through our effort. We can do some sadhana, like japa or like satsang and all, and invoke the Sattva Gun. But even if we don't do anything, during the day, all these three gunas, they come. Early in the morning, generally we experience Sattva Gun. Then as the day goes by, we experience Rajogun. Then at night, we start experiencing Tamogun. So during the day, these gunas keep coming. They are like seasons. So Bhagavan says that whenever Sattva Gun comes, you make use of it. And also try to invoke this Sattva Gun through your special effort. And try to remain there. The more and more you remain in Sattva Gun, the more you will become free of Dvandva. Dvandva means the pairs of opposite. Nirdvandvo bhava. As he has said, Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. Dvandva means that which goes together. Pairs of opposites, which gives happiness and sorrow to us normally. So Bhagavan says, you look at them with equal vision. Remain balanced in both. If a person remains balanced only in a particular situation, then he will become imbalanced in other situations. If a person is balanced only when he is successful, then that person will lose all his balance when failure comes. If a person is balanced only when things are going well and happy, then that person will lose all his balance when things are not going well. Because the life, our world, is made up of dvandva, opposites. It is not made up of only good things, made up of bad things also. So Bhagavan says that you look at good and bad with proper vision. Not that good you consider as bad and bad as good, but accept them as part of this world and remain same internally, remain balanced internally. That's called nirdvandva. So nirdvandva nitya sattvastaha niryoga kshema, and become free of yoga and kshema. Yoga means that which we want to acquire, that we don't have, we strive to acquire it. And kshema means we strive to protect what we have. So Bhagavan says, become free of this activity. Leave it to me. And become free of your worries about yoga and kshema. Worries about acquiring and protecting. Leave it to me. Because if you get involved into it, there is no end to it. Right from beginning to the last breath, one will be constantly thinking about acquiring and protecting. If you observe your own mind, you will find that these are the two things which occupy our mind. Constantly we are thinking about things which we have to attain or acquire and things which we have to protect. Protecting our wealth, protecting our health, protecting our house, our family, our this, that, and thinking about acquiring things. Bhagavan says if you keep involving yourself in this type of activity, you will not be able to quieten your mind and know your real self. So keeping away from this worrying about yoga and kshema, treating the dvandvas equally, you remain established in sattva gun, nitya sattvastha bhava. That will take you to your own self, atmavan. You will be able to recognize your own self. So briefly, Bhagavan mentioned about this, the beauty of this path of karma yoga. Now again, one doubt comes in our mind, which is eliminated in the next verse. The doubt is, or the concern is, that if I follow this path of karma yoga, or if I become too much spiritual, then I will lose something of the world. That is one of the concerns which people have. Therefore, they are worried even if their children, or their husband, or their wife, or someone becomes spiritual, they start worrying. Abhi itni jaldi kya hai? Why are you so this? What has happened to you? And what is this now? Abhi to bahut dekhna hai. अभी क्या देखना है? तमाशा बहुत देखना है. So we are worried that if I become spiritual, if I follow this path, I will lose something which others are having. Through karma, through indulging with the world, through getting, satisfying our various desires and all, we feel that we are getting a lot of pleasures, and if I don't involve myself into it, I will lose. So this doubt is cleared in the following verse. Bhagavan says, Yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodake तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः यावान् अर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः संप्लुतोदके. Bhagavan says that Brahmanasya Vijanataha, the seeker, the one who is following this path, and finally who realizes the self, who comes to attain the self, such a person who has realized and attained the state of enlightenment, he acquires everything. Whatever is offered in the world is attained by such a person. He gives an example to make it more clear. For example, if we want water to drink or to take bath, we go